Hey everyone, welcome back to Mortgage Secrets. I've been asked so many times over the last couple weeks and months is the housing market gonna crash and should I buy home right now with the prices going up so crazy? There's many factors that's coming into the housing market crash and should you buy, right? But when people tell you, hey, it's gonna be worse than 2008, obviously that information I don't think that's correct, because what exactly happened back in 2008 and 2010 housing market was because it's a subprime mortgage. That's before people don't have to verify income to get the mortgage, and appraisal value back then just based on hearsay. There are no industry standard of verifications. But today if you done a mortgage in the last since 2010 or 2012 until now, you see there's so much different in the method of qualifying people for mortgage. And a lot of time I hear people say, why it's so hard? Well, exactly the reason why they're so hard to protect us from the housing market crash. You have to qualify for income, your credit score, your down payments. Now even the value of the house, now you can't just listen to the seller and say, okay, my house worth $500,000 and it worth $500,000. They have to compare that to all the comparable that was sold within the last 6 months, even 3 months, within a mile radius. And then it had to be verified by an independent appraisal management company. Then it go back to the lender to be verified again. And if any of these details are not correct, it will have to be reviewed and correct. So the value have been under quality control in 3 different layers before it will be accepted. So, and from a lender perspective, because it's going through those kind of layers of quality control already, the lender confident enough to lend out the money. So even price go up a little bit in such a short time, it's still within the manageable risk that being acceptable to the lender, right? So you won't have to worry about the housing market in the bubble. So it's not in bubbles, not gonna have any crash anytime soon. And a lot of time you see the forbearance amount of people that signed up for the forbearance. And you have to understand that when people sign up for forbearance, does not necessarily mean that they are in forbearance. They still making payment. They just sign up just to be in case, right? And a lot of time people still make on-time payment even though they're in forbearance status, and they get out of it normally. So the forbearance number that you see on papers that show by the media isn't going to cause the housing market crash. And should you buy right now? In the end, it really depends on a lot of factors, right? Are you renting right now and you want to become a homeowner and you qualify? It's always a good time to switch from renter to home buyer, because you save money on the rents. And then if you continue to wait, the house gonna keep going up. Whether it go really fast or really slow, it's still gonna go up. And the longer you wait and paying rent, the higher the price you're gonna have to pay for the same exact house in the future, and wasting all the money on rent, right? If you already own a house and you want to upgrade, it depends as well. How right now, what interest rate are you paying, right? If you are paying a larger interest rate, but then you have to stay in a smaller home that doesn't fit your needs, that you need a bigger home, those are some factors you need to take into consideration as well. If you don't really need to, then of course, then you don't have to. And last but not least, if you purchase home for investment purpose, right now the average rate of return for investment home now in Houston areas is between 5 to 7%. And if you're more than that, that's awesome. That's great. And with the price, even though it's go up, the rent also go up, right? So it balances out. But if you just holding your money and wait, over time your money is sitting there with zero interest. That's even worse than making lower interest than before, right? So in my opinion, there's always a good time to buy. You just want to make sure that it fit into your budget, it fit into your qualifications, and it give you the return that you need. Other than that, if it doesn't hit those criteria, then reconsider your plan. But it's always a good time to buy. All right. Well, thank you for watching The Mortgage Secrets. If you like what you see and find benefits, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to see future videos. See you next time.